All right, everybody, welcome in. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Welcome to Wednesday. Hope you guys are doing great. Some of you have really reached out around the North Node series I did, so thank you very much. If you like that, I will continue to do that each month probably. Let's see where we go with that. I will be doing another North Node class. I got a lot of email around people's nodal placement, and it does seem like the houses need to be fleshed out for people. Okay, so if you're wondering about, my North Node's in Sagittarius, but I don't get the whole second house thing, you might want to check out. I have a recorded class that's about North Node that will give you a lot more insight, and we are also doing another live class before the end of the year. Okay, so if you want to be part of that, that's where I answer questions. All right, so take a look at our class offering and jump on that. That's a really good one because I do spend a lot of time answering questions about people's nodal placements. All right, let's see where we're going here. All that glitters. Observer. Regeneration. So some of you are rethinking your ideas around money. Some of you are really taking a hard look at what it is you want. What do you value? As speaking of nodal placements, the North Node is moving into the Scorpio and Taurus axis, North Node in Taurus for the next 2 years, starting near the end of this year. And we're moving out of Gemini Sag. So Gemini and Sag has been about, sort of my philosophy of life and the messages that I can bring. Gemini North Node is very much about communication and being a messenger, okay? That's where we've been for the past 2 years. Now, your North Node may have nothing to do with Gemini Sag, but you can still feel the energy of that. And you still are going to feel the energy of the Taurus Scorpio axis that we're moving into. It's about 1.5 years, 2 years. So North Node in Taurus is really about, what do I think is valuable? What is valuable to me? And I'm really rethinking that or looking at that, because regeneration, I feel like some of you who have been a little stuck or feeling like you've been in a plateau for a while now, that's going to keep moving. We're going to keep moving forward. We are going to regenerate. So because of the word or the little prefix of I feel like this has to do with some kind of retrograde. Now we're going direct, right? Now we're going direct in a lot of the planets. We talked about Jupiter direct last week, right? In Aquarius. So this is really about, what do I perceive? What do I want to create in my life? And Aquarius is about, is it for the good of all? Now, some of you could have had an awakening or an awareness about overgiving. I was talking about that the other day, that you might have had a lesson in your childhood about you're valuable because you contribute to the group effort, right? Like the family, or you contribute to the business, you contribute in some way. And it kind of leaves out the idea of being lovable just as who you are. You don't have to do anything to be lovable. So maybe some of you have unhitched that idea that it's not about lovability. It is about, what are you thinking is valuable, and your opinion matters. Your perception matters. It's not just about what your family or what you were told matters, but now what do you think matters? All right. Is it your time? Is it making a lot of money? Is it having more time with your kids? What is valuable to you? Yeah. So we're now on this new path. Okay. So Fool, let's see, 7 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, right? Some of you may have felt like you've gone down a wrong road. Let's see where we go here. I knew you were going to make an appearance. King of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, Hierophant. Queen of Pentacles. Wow. 9 of Cups. Oh my goodness. 3 of Swords. I can't let that go. Okay, lovers. So some of you may have gone down a path that, how shall I say this? If we're talking about love here, some of you have gone down a road that you might not be proud of, okay? You might have brought somebody into your life or gotten sucked into someone else's life where they've kind of stripped you of all of your self-confidence, and that means your value, right? Like this person might be, and this could have happened in the past. This could be something that really still needs healing. I did a violet flame meditation. I am going to do a Merkaba meditation. Merkaba is about healing, also with sacred geometry, anything that has any energy that might be in your system or stuck in your craw or something that needs to be expelled. So I feel like you might have done something you're not all that together proud of. Okay? And you might be worried you're on the wrong track here. Okay? So it's regeneration. It's about going back to basics, going back to what works for me. Before you get all twisted around with other people's ideas or thinking. So some of you could be following a path. This could be about your work, because I see King of Pentacles here. And all of that Hierophant, very traditional kind of thing. You could be following a path that your family laid out for you, that this is what you're supposed to be doing, okay? And it never worked for you. It's not going to work for you because we are in a new age, okay? The old way of doing things where you get a job and that's your money, that is no longer going to work. I feel like this is for a large amount of people. We are part of the Great Resignation. Okay, so a lot of people may have jumped off, quit their jobs, gone in a different way, only to find that, I need to have some financial stability in my life. So am I looking back to the old ways of doing things? Am I kind of reflecting on what used to work for me? Or do I see the old ways of doing things as the reason for the problem here? It's not that I went down a wrong path. It's that we still have this energy lingering in our society about certain ways of doing things. Okay? And so if this, for a micro kind of thing, like within you, you may have some kind of conflict between doing what it is that you know to be true, that you find valuable, and what's going to earn you money in this life. Now, if you're thinking about what value does money have for me, is it freedom? Does money allow me to do things? Or am I chaining myself to the radiator because I've created a system that, makes me like a squirrel on a hamster wheel, right? A hamster on a hamster wheel, not a squirrel. Well, maybe a squirrel, but I do feel like there is something here about going back to the traditional ways. And Four of Swords within the next 4 weeks, you could be healing those old traditional ways, like making peace with it in some way. And I do feel like because the feminine energy here is Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, you're really choosing the path that's going to work for you. I do feel like you're leaving something behind, however. You're making a choice and leaving something behind that is going to be, it's almost like a dashed hope or oh, wow, this is creating, what I'm doing is creating more strife for myself than is possible. No, not possible. Than is welcome. Okay. And so you're choosing to be, you're choosing to go back to basics, or you're choosing that there is a way of doing my work or way of being in the world, that there's some kind of, it's not a compromise. It's not like you're splitting the baby, or you're saying, okay, well, I really want to have my own business, but I'm going to also do something that is undermining my energy that I feel. It's almost like a reconciliation of the energy of, this is what it means to be on this traditional path. This is what it means to be on a non-traditional path. And I'm actually blending the two. So how can I create stability for myself without getting bogged down in the tradition of what used to be? How can I do that? And I do feel like this wish is granted. I also feel like there might be a person here who's going to help you see this. okay? Whether negatively or positively, going to help you see that the path you're choosing it's not just black and white. There's more options, more choices than you know. And I'm going to clarify this Five of Pentacles. Magician, 10 of Pentacles. Oh, beautiful. 5 of Wands and 5 of Swords. So some of you are choosing to go down a path because it's the catalyst for the path is other people who are just awful. Okay? That's the catalyst for the path. Like, I do not want to be working in this job because, there's just a lot of backbiting and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to launch and go in a different direction. I feel like what happens here is you manifest 10 of Pentacles, right? And then there's jealousy. So others of you who have chosen to go off on your own road, you might be manifesting a lot of jealousy because you've done that, because you're able to do it. Okay? And there's something about the regeneration here. I want to just clarify the regeneration. It's like going back to basics or something. Devil energy, Ace of Swords, 10 of Cups, and Hanged Man. Okay, so you're seeing the Capricorn energy here. We're talking about pentacles, okay? We're talking a lot about pentacles here. I see Taurus and Capricorn. The energy of money is the conflict in you that you believe, number one, it's always hard to earn money. Is that something that you say? Do you believe that money only comes from awful situations? Do you believe, right? Like, what do you believe about money? That's the thing that's holding you back, because if you make it a belief, that's what you're operating on. So if you don't believe that, if you've chosen, I feel like some of you have chosen to go off on this new road or will choose to go off on this new road, but the belief is still there that money doesn't grow on trees, that it's going to be hard, that it's going to take all my time, so you're creating based on an old belief system. Okay? And that's not freedom. So what you're doing now is you're learning, oh, okay, I have to create based on a new belief system. I have to see things differently. I have to move away from this idea that, I'm always going to create, for example, I definitely have a couple of very good friends who have gone down a spiritual path. I teach a spiritual business class, and in that class, we talk a lot about creating a life. Okay, creating a life as opposed to creating a hamster wheel. And I think that's what's on the table here. And some of them have created jobs that they wanted to quit because they're creating based on the old idea. There needs to be a shift in mindset here. There needs to be a shift in mindset that money, of beliefs around money, beliefs around what work is, beliefs around creating wealth, beliefs around, there's a big one in the spiritual community is about, spiritual people don't make money. There's this underlying bias against money because it's seen in some ways to be, if you're doing something just for money, like you're selling out and all of that, and if you're doing your spiritual path and you happen to be earning money at it, are other people jealous of it, or other people clashing with you? And so I feel like there's a time here where, Four of Swords, there might be some kind of situation that you're going toward that is a teacher, a healer, a guide, someone who sees this convoluted or this conflict within you about money and spiritual path. And I do feel like there is a feminine energy needed, right? Because this is super masculine energy with the King of Pentacles. The feminine energy of the taking care of oneself. And also there might be a choice needing to be made here in order to glean or create the life you're looking for. There's some choice that requires you to leave something behind, but you're going towards something better. Okay? And 10 of Cups, Lovers, Hanged Man. I feel like it's because you finally see the truth that you're only, it's almost like these negative people around you are showing you the belief systems that you might be pushing down in your own mind. And it's bringing to mind this kind of conflict that's going on. So there's something here about going back to basics. There's something here about going back to what works. There's also something here about seeing that other people, the energies of other people might be creating some kind of conflict here about where you want to go. And you might be choosing another direction, or choosing to add a direction, or choosing to expand, or back to basics, or something like that. There's some change in the next 4 weeks. There's some change. Okay. I do see Taurus. I'm going to do all the earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And I see Gemini here. And Gemini, remember we're talking about the North Node in Gemini right now. It's moving into Taurus. So it's like the changing of the guard here. It's the shift from this messenger energy into what is it you value. That's very much a Taurus kind of question. What do you value? What are you really trying to create? So if you create a business or a livelihood that is still hamster wheel, what's the difference between that and, working a corporate job? Well, I could say the difference is that you have some kind of freedom. You have the ability to create your own money and things along those lines. That's true. But how can we remove the hamster wheel? How can we remove that so it's truly freeing? It's truly what you want. It's about the underlying belief that this is what success looks like. Hamster wheel. Okay, I'm going to continue on. If you want to continue with me, especially Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, let's see where we go. All right, if you want to continue on, the link is below. If you're part of our Pathfinder group, the rest of the reading starts right now.